Hello again, I'm Stephen Wells, the host of the Motoring Weekly podcast for the Australian Historic Road and Racing community. This week I attended a track day with the Gear Club at Sydney Motorsport Park. Listen to episode 148 to find out more about the Gear Club. In the meantime, listen to this interview with one of the drivers. With John Whittaker, 1969 Triumph Spitfire Mark III. How long have you had the car?
About 11 years. And in this sort of guise, it's been running for about nine and a half years. Done up specifically for the Combined Sports Car Association Super Sprints, which there are 7 different clubs running against the clock and that sort of thing. And it was a lot of fun, but we're all getting just that little bit older. And the gear events, by comparison, are another element to enjoying your motorsport.
Yeah.
That's, I think, great, fabulous. Yeah.
Is it relatively standard? Obviously, it's got the cage and the safety kit in, but what about the mechanics of it?
Right. Shall we go over the history of Triumph? We are still fixing that the factory got wrong, right? Safety gear, let's look at that first. Well, Triumph are famous for breaking rear hubs.
Right.
No matter what Triumph it is, it'll break it.
Right.
The swing axles on these will break the end off, and that's a combination of poor quality materials and bad design decisions driven by the bean counters. All right. This particular car has imported from the States Corvair, solid one-piece Corvair axles with a modified end to fit into the Triumph diff and all that sort of stuff. So that means I won't be taken home in an ambulance, all right? Standard gearbox. Everything else is basically standard. Block, heads, all the rest of it's been modified, of course, but still all Triumph stuff. And the front end, the brakes, completely Triumph.
Yeah.
And it stops brilliantly. Really, really good. It's only a light little car.
Yes. They are beautiful cars, and I was talking to the guy with the Tornado earlier about the fact that there's some shades of that European design in there, and when you look at just the combination of how they designed the cars, even if they weren't that reliable, they always look absolutely beautiful.
Certainly unique. Each car that comes out, there's always, no matter where you look, it's one of those things every so often you just want to go out at night and run your hand over it just to make sure it's still there. They are beautiful. Even the 240Z, 260Z coming in here, that's another Japanese equivalent, which again you just want to go and run your hands over it.
So you were saying that you do a number of different events with the Gear Club and with other clubs. So describe some of those. This one is a little bit different to some of the other events I've been to.
Absolutely. There's no timing as such. It's not, as Lisa pointed out this morning, we don't have the insurance and coverage and a permission to run it as a race event, and it is certainly not a timed event, even though they do some timing for their statistical purposes and their little competition things. So I have no idea how that works. We just go out, tear rubber off the tyres and have fun, all right? Yeah.
And then the other one is more regularity, is it?
I have done some regularity events on race days. Not that interested, really. It was a bit uneventful as such, and I much enjoy this sort of stuff and the CSCA Super Sprints. With those Super Sprint events, there's 7 different clubs in this combined organisation that run these events, and they're timed events. Everyone's out there to get their best possible time without causing damage to someone else. And that's the key factor difference between all this stuff and open racing and regularity in other events involving it. It's not for everyone, but I really enjoy it.
I think this is a really good way for somebody to get into motorsport, because you can pick up a really nice classic vehicle that's probably had a bit of a competition history already, and you've got time here to go and practice. And I note there's an instructor here as well today.
Brilliant too. And down at Marulan on the Pheasant Wood circuit, the instructor down there, it's quite a technical little circuit, absolutely brilliant, and you don't get that on any other sort of event. And that's another reason why, for young people starting, if they've got an old car, brilliant place. It doesn't matter how fast it goes. It's the driver.
Yeah.
Right?
And that's certainly something that, in talking to some of the drivers here today, it's about themselves and enjoying themselves and, still learning, even though, we might be slightly older than others, but it's all about the enjoyment and getting to understand the vehicle.
Oh, absolutely, and understanding yourself. I think one of the prime features of this sort of event is you learn very quickly. Every time you do something, you go out to make it better. You don't put up the second best, and this is competition within yourself.
Yeah.
Do everything better, strive for perfection. You never reach it, but it's a lot of fun getting there.
Yeah. John, it's been great to look at the car and have a chat to you, especially about some of the events you're doing. Hopefully you'll continue enjoying it.
I certainly plan to. While I can lift a spanner, I will.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Nice chatting. Cheers. Bye.